Many people spend their lives in a concrete jungle and rarely escape from it. For those, a typical pair of shoes will suffice. But for all of us trail runners, hikers, and outdoor enthusiasts out there, a solid pair of trail shoes can mean the difference between gliding through trails or slipping off a cliff. My name's Stanley, and today we're going to be going over the Altra Lone Peak 4. If you run in any type of off-road environment, then I'm sure you've encountered low traction surfaces like rock, mud, and slippery roots. I've used these in everything from a quick 5K to my first ultra marathon, a 50K. The main difference in a trail versus a road shoe is in the sole. In order to handle more rugged terrain, you need bigger, grippier tread. They serve to dig into the loose surface material, like gravel, mud, and sand. To compare, let's take a look at my main road shoes, the Saucony Kinvara. It's mostly foam underneath with very little rubber compound. It's lightweight and works great on pavement, but it starts to lose traction on anything other than pavement and the lightest of trails. And when I say the lightest of trails, I mean hard-packed dirt trails that basically feel like pavement. I started off doing all my runs in road shoes for quite a while, since my local trail system is fairly mild and well maintained. But as I did more races in varying conditions, I was just losing way too much traction. In some cases, my foot was sliding back an inch with every step, kind of like a natural treadmill. The second most important feature on a trail shoe is the rock plate. You can't see it, but it's a thin plastic plate embedded in the sole that protects your foot from jagged rocks and sharp stumps, unlike my barefoot shoes. I probably wouldn't even take these shoes into the city where there's a bunch of needles. Even with the aggressive tread and rock plate, the Lone Peak keeps a low stack height, zero drop, and gives me a good feel of the ground, which is especially important on uneven terrain. About a year ago, I did a trail race using my road shoes since I'm most comfortable in them, and here's what happened. What's up everyone, here at Mount Madonna race. I'm in the middle of my 25K, and I took a big spill. Look at this. And look at that. Blood everywhere. So like I was running downhill, and I rolled my ankle, and then I heard a pop. But as I was rolling, I went onto my other knee and my hand. That's why this happened, to take pressure off of the roll. But I still heard kind of a snap, and it just went numb for a whole 30 seconds. So I think I'm okay because I'm still walking, but mobility's not quite there. I'm not saying you can't wear road shoes on trails. You certainly can. Many pro runners do it as well. And I've done it countless times as well, but I do notice I have a lot less close calls when I'm wearing my Lone Peaks, especially when I'm going through kind of trails with a lot of roots. I've put in about 100 miles on this shoe. Now I say about 100 miles because I don't always update my Strava properly, so usually my main shoe ends up with way more mileage than it actually has. There's only two complaints I have for this shoe. Number one, the durability isn't that great in terms of the glue. The front lip of the shoe where my toe sits is starting to peel off, and out of around 100 miles that shouldn't happen to any shoe. And number two, the shoelaces are really hard to tighten. The holes seem a lot smaller than the laces for whatever reason. I hope all this gives you a good idea into whether or not a pair of trail shoes might be right for you. Thanks for running with me today, and I'll catch you next time.